No, if I have to see them, you're going to hear about them.
All right.
Let's just agree to stop gendering Daisy Dukes and move on.
Let's move on, please.
Or even,
Um, So we pick up where we left off with each of your mini sessions. Boren arriving in Bree via merchant wagon from Dale, originating in the Iron Hills. Lingo and Zemi coming from the Shire, being directed by Bilbo that Gandalf might be looking for some help with something. And Cillian, Freya, and Targon. Targon and Freya from Rivendell to Fornos to find Cillian with a note from Freya's mother to recruit Cillian and meet Gandalf and Bree for some type of mission. So we pick it up in Bree. The Prancing Pony is warm and bustling with travelers, merchants and locals sharing news and stories over foaming mugs of ale. Fire crackles in the hearth, casting flickering light over the dimly lit room. The scent of roasted meat and pipe smoke lingers in the air. Gandalf and Boren sit at a table in the back corner, away from the loudest chatter. Gandalf smokes his pipe, watching the room with quiet amusement, as if expecting something, or someone maybe. The server comes over and sits down your food, Boren, and your drink, and looks to you and says, let me know if you need anything else, laddies. I'll be around. Gives you a little curtsy and turns around and walks away.
My dear Lingo, I do believe this is Gandalf.
So we're standing right there still.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys just...
Okay, my bad.
So I'm going to introduce each of your groups one at a time. Gandalf and Boren are sitting at the table. They were just served. Lingo and Zemi, you walk in the door and see Gandalf sitting in the back corner.
You're sure that's Gandalf? That's the Gandalf? Gandalf the wizard guy?
Oh, could be. We should ask him.
All right, let's do it.
Kind of like wade through the bar, kind of just like like a rat wades through an alley.
Yeah.
And like belly up to the table and make sure I kind of like glance over my shoulder to make sure Tall Boy is standing behind me.
An old man clad in gray leans back in his chair, long stem pipe resting between his fingers. The smoke curls lazily above his head, catching the light in shifting patterns. His wide brim hat sits on the table beside him, along with a half-finished mug of ale. The deep lines in his face suggest age and wisdom beyond reckoning, yet there's a spark in his keen eyes, one that watches, that measures, that waits. He lifts his head and looks up at you and says, more friends. Please, have a seat.
Excuse me, sir. Are you the one who does the good fireworks?
Yes, of course.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was just kind of like glance up at you like,
I sort of like tap Zimmy like in motion to like go sit down and sit down next to him or across from him. Across from Gandalf.
Yes, you guys slide in the booth. Gandalf looks to you. So, Bilbo sent you, huh?
Yeah, we were both just at Bilbo's. Yeah, we traveled all this way to come see you.
Ah, very good, very good. Bilbo, always coming in a pinch.
I mean, the guy just the little hobbit does seem to sure have like his wits about him. I mean, he had all the answers for us. I mean, he even gave us some very fine pipe weed.
Ah, did he now?
He did.
Bilbo, a true pipeweed aficionado, if I do say so myself.
Yes, indeed he is. Well, welcome to Bree, my young friends. I trust your journey was pleasant.
It wasn't bad. It was real easy. There's one road. We had a lot of time. We caught up. We learned about each other. But I'm glad to finally be in front of you, Gandalf. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Lingo, by the way.
Lingo, very nice to meet you. And you are? He looks to you, Zemi.
I'm Zimmy, of the Shire, and this is as far as I've been from the Shire.
An adventurous hobbit. Reminds me of someone.
And you, sir? You're not a troll, are you? looking at Borin.
Boren just kind of grunts and nods. I'm Boren.
Pleasure
No,
to meet you, Borin.
No, Zimmy, that's not a troll. Nice to meet you, Boren. He kind of thinks everyone's a troll. He doesn't see a
Well-
lot of different folk.
Well, when I see one, I'm sure he'll tell me.
I sure hope so.
So about this time, the door swings open again, and three rangers walk in: Freya, Targon, and Cillian. The cloaks travel worn, their eyes sharp and watchful. Scan the room quickly, spotting Gandalf, and after buying some ales, they approach the table.
Yes, we do. Thora is just kind of sipping her ale while the other two do whatever it is they're doing. And she would kind of bow her head and say, I am Freya, daughter of Thora. Pleasure to meet you. I expect you are Gandalf? And she would, of course, look at Gandalf.
Yeah, Gandalf looks up at you, smiling as you say this, and say, "Ah, yes, the last of the company. Welcome, welcome, my friends." And he stands up and motions for you to slide into the booth.
Slides on in.
Yeah.
Now, since we're all together, finally, can I get character descriptions, starting with Boren Stoutfoot?
All right. So
Hey, Dad.
you're looking at a kind of an older dwarf. Gray hair, gray beard, just a fucking mane. Pretty pretty grumpy looking. Leather armor. I don't really know how else to describe him.
Fair enough.
Nothing wildly crazy about him. Just a fat little dwarf.
Cillian.
Cillian is a human male. He's kind of tall. He's probably 6.5 feet or so. He's got a well-traveled leather shirt on him, embossed with the warden symbol. Green cape, hooded, scar on his face, kind of a scruffy beard.
Very nice. Freya.
Freya has kind of a newer, heavier set of armor type of thing. I think I posted the picture of her. Like it very much looks like that, and the kind of like bust area is more chainmail, but
Nice.
like thin and stuff. But yeah,
Nice.
and she would, well, are they? They're probably not armed when they come in here, correct? I mean, she wouldn't have her big ass glaive with her.
Well, I mean, if that's something she carries around with her.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
you know,
I guess
yeah.
so. Yeah, so
You probably set
So,
it
yeah,
down in the corner as you walk to the table or
yeah.
something, but it's there.
yeah. And she is not tall. She's fairly short, but very fit. I would think of a not quite an MMA fighter, but she's there. So yeah, but
Very nice.
she's and she is young, on the younger side. She is 18, but it's possible that Gandalf would know of her mother, but the others probably wouldn't because she's a ranger.
Yeah.
And she's very chipper and smiling and like just very excited by all of the surroundings. So, and you could tell she's very new to being out on her own.
Yeah. Lingo. Lingo Isapo.
Yeah, Lingo with an L. The very tall and slender, pale-skinned young elf, youngish-looking elf, green eyes. He's got like messy chestnut brown hair, um, wearing relatively new looking clothes, and he just looks kind of nerdy, studious, and somewhat green to adventure.
Yes, the elven princeling, I think they'd call him.
Hmm.
Targon.
I'm average build, average height, dark hair, full beard. I'd say the most striking thing is he's got a pretty gnarly scar on the left side of his face, and he looks like he's very well traveled. His gear's got dirt, things crusted on it.
Alright, and last but not least, Zemi Rootbottom.
Zimmy's he's a 3'8". He's short. He's small. It's actually considered small. 3'8", like 70 pound. Hobbit is not young, but is definitely like not worn. Like you could tell like he had a perm like not too long ago. Like he's not young, but he's not very like rough. He's got like some real thick curly hair and like a really fucking annoying grin, like a scheming grin, but you can't like take him as like threatening because he's just so fucking small.
Yeah. So as everybody gets settled in, Gandalf looks to you all and says, well, I imagine you're all tired and thirsty from the road. How about some food and beverage to refreshen you?
Yes.
He waves over the
That would
waitress.
sound
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, he waves over the
sounds good to
waitress.
me, and
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna chug my second ale.
All right. So he waves over the waitress. A short hobbit woman comes walking up, the same one that delivered your food, Morin, and says, "Oh, more travelers. What can I get for you, dearies?"
Well, what's on the menu?
Well, we have a special soup for the night. Other than that, the usual.
How about a round of the special soups? Huh, guys?
Yeah, special soup sounds fine.
Ah,
Sounds
very
good to
well.
me.
Meat.
None for me, thanks. I ate.
Ah, yes, of course. And ale all around?
Yes,
Aye.
please.
None for me, please. I drank.
And she looks to Gandalf and says, and for you, sir. And he says, nothing for me right now, and put it all on my tab. She says, of course, and turns around and walks away. And Gandalf kind of straightens up and says, well, now I imagine you all are wondering why you're here. See, I was expecting a package from an acquaintance in Archet, a hobbit named Milo. Should have been here 2 days ago at least, but no word has come yet. I'd like to go check it out myself, you see, but I have some business here in Bree that makes it so I cannot leave. So if you're willing, I'd like you to go to Archet and find out why this package is delayed, and possibly pick it up and bring it back for me.
I see. And you think that requires a whole company of people to pick up one package?
Well, Archet's usually a quiet little town, but I have a bad feeling. I think something might be wrong.
You think something happened to the halfling you sent?
Well, no, the halfling lives in Archet. A hobbit named Milo. He usually sends a courier and delivers the packages here to me in Bree, and as I said, they haven't come. Getting kind of worried about my friend and the town in general. I'd like it if you guys would go check it out.
Perhaps something happened to the courier.
Well, that's possible as well. I mean, keep an eye out on your journey. It's only about 2 days there, day and a half or so.
Is there a specific route you know him to take?
Yes, you follow the east road out of town. Take the first turn to the north, and Archet is just beyond Combe in the Chetwood. And if you guys look at the map here, can you see the mark that I put on the map that says Archit?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
I
Oh.
cannot.
Oh.
I don't see any marks.
Damn.
Yeah, I must have it set
I
like.
shouldn't answer those questions.
Yeah.
I must have it set to the wrong layer or something. But Archet is right here. It's just north of Chetwood.
Okay.
Let's go. That's so dope.
All right, so. So, what do you think?
I think it'd be a great first time to get to know one another.
Lingo's gonna scooch his food to the side. Do you guys mind if I write some of this down? And I pull out my notebook.
Of course, go right ahead.
All right. I'm gonna start aggressively writing everything we've talked about so far.
Ah, you are one for the parchment. Anyone care for a pipe weed smoke before we dig in for our dinner?
No,
I
thank
found a
you. I
match
think I'll
again.
Uh, Gandalf taps his pipe empty and says, "Always."
Well, since it is such a pleasure to meet you all, I think we should maybe bust out a little long bottom leaf for the crowd today.
Ooh.
Long bottom leaf, you say?
Long bottom leaf, I do say.
Fresh?
Fresh? Do you know your friend Bilbo Baggins to have fresh long bottom?
It's Bilbo's long bottom.
Oh yeah. The finest of Longbottom.
Well then, what are you waiting for?
As we were talking, Zimmy was already packing a pipe of some fresh long bottom leaf.
Hell yeah.
Then he's gonna light it and hand it to his right, who I believe is Doran. Boren.
Yeah, Boren would just kind of stand up, grab his beer. Well, we have our mission. No sense hanging around small talking. And he is going to head up to the bar for 3 more beers and head upstairs
Okay, as you
to bed.
as you go to walk away, Gandalf says, Boren, you headed to bed for the night?
Aye,
Well,
best get rested.
talk with Butterbur, the innkeeper. You'll find that your accommodations have been paid for the night.
Much obliged. I'm going
course.
to turn around.
And Gandalf packs up his pipe and lights it up and passes it on as well.
So Zimmy's gonna take another hit and then pass it to the next person.
So Lingo will have packed up his pipe and started ripping it as Boren walks away and let the party know. I wouldn't take what you did too seriously. Dwarves are known to drink more than they talk, and I pass my pipe to the right to Zimmy.
I'm just gonna keep the rotation going.
Did Boren hear this?
I don't know how far away from the table was he when he said it. Did you wait till he got to the bar?
For the one who said it. Yeah,
that's what I was asking. Did you wait till he got to the bar, or was he 5 feet away?
Oh no, yeah, I waited until he got to the bar.
Okay, so yeah, you wouldn't have heard that over the chatter.
Boren wouldn't have acknowledged it anyway. I was just curious. He would have brought it up passive aggressively later, most likely.
Good thing you didn't hear
it. Fucking knife ears.
So yeah, he'd get his night beers and then he'd go to bed.
So yeah.
Do I know about long bottom leaf?
You know what it is. You know what pipe weed is.
Do you know about does he know about the strain though?
Yeah, I would imagine so. So, who all is partaking?
Freya will,
Yeah,
but you can definitely tell it's her first attempt, and she coughs like a noob.
All right.
I'm just gonna pass it. I'm not gonna.
That long bottom will get
I'm not
you.
gonna.
Okay.
I'll still hang out, but I'm just gonna pass it.
So
All right.
Cillian,
when
Cillian,
it comes to
Freya.
me,
Go ahead.
I'll take it and so don't really smoke this too much out on my travels. Can I expect some ill effects or?
Oh,
Nothing.
nothing ill will come to you.
Just
No, good
relaxing.
Ranger. If you like a good laugh and maybe a game of dice, then please partake.
Will do.
Yeah, so you guys spend the next hour or so sitting around, passing the pipes, talking and laughing. Gandalf is joking with you and, small talk and whatnot. The four of you that are partaking in the peace pipe all gain a point of inspiration.
Oh yeah.
This is the pipe proficiency. If you're smoking with somebody who has proficiency in pipes, and you spend at least an hour doing so, you get a point of inspiration. And inspiration points will stack to 3 in this game.
Where are those?
You're gonna have to keep track of it in your notes. There's a spot on your sheet to like check mark it, but it's just like 1 or none. Like
Yeah.
so yeah, just in your bio or notes or wherever you're doing that, just keep track of how many you have. So yeah, after an hour or so, was there anything in particular anybody would be asking Gandalf or talking to him about during this time?
Yeah.
Zimmy would just be talking about fireworks. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
He has no-
Lingo would be asking about how he came to know Bilbo and see if he gave up any of that info.
Yeah, so as far as fireworks go, he reminisces about some of the parties that you've attended in Zimi. The last one being about 8 months ago. That being late summer, beginning of fall in September, and now being middle of April. Um, as far as his relationship with Bilbo, he tells you he's been friends with Bilbo for a very, very long time, since Bilbo was very young. Tells you he's a studious hobbit that is always up for adventure and loyal to the end. Um, you press him further on specifics of what happened, and he gives you most of the same stuff that Bilbo did. Yeah, they went and slayed Smaug and helped the dwarves capture their homeland, but he's still not very open about all of the details. You get the feeling maybe he knows his friend's writing a book and doesn't want to spoil it for him.
Okay. Lingo's gonna jot everything down.
Yeah, yeah. So after the hour or so passes, Gandalf stands up, picks up his hat, and looks at you all with a firm and kind gaze and says, well, your accommodations have been paid for the night, as I told your companion. Rest well. The road to Archshed is long, but it is not long, but a keen mind is sharp. A keen mind and sharp eyes will serve you well. He turns to walk away and kind of pauses and then turns back around and says, one last thing. When you do find the package, don't open it. It's important that it stays sealed. He gives you all a nod and a smile and says, good night, my friends. We'll speak again soon. And he turns to leave.
Good night, Gandalf.
Good night.
Yeah, so you...
What time do you...
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna say to the party, what time do you all like to head out in the morning?
Oh, well, definitely after breakfast.
How long did he say the journey was to Archet? Or did he say?
He said
2 days, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
probably
long would it?
2.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I say right as the sun breaks, we get everybody some breakfast and just head right out.
Agreed.
Sounds
Well, I
good
guess
to
we
me.
could eat on the road.
How does that make you feel, Zemi? The idea of not sitting down in a nice kitchen table or tavern or something and having a meal, walking down the road as you eat with your fingers.
Kind of like, did it for a week already. So it's just kind of like, it's just kind of rolling with it.
Yeah. So you guys are sitting there talking plans for the next morning. The waitress comes back over and hands each of you a key with a number on it and says, your accommodations have been paid for. Here's your room keys. Let me know if you need anything else for the night.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Yes, I thank her and take my room key.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, everybody, I think I'm going to retire to my room for the night. I'll see you all in the morning.
As well.
See you
Yep,
in the morning,
same.
and I'll head to my room.
Yeah, same.
Alright, so everybody's settling down for the night. Gonna get your first long rest of the game. Cillian, as you lay down in your bed and drift off to sleep, the sleep takes you swiftly. But it's not a peaceful slumber. The sounds of night fade, replaced by the distant echo of a horn, deep and resonant, like a call from beyond the world. A chill wind sweeps through, carrying a scent of damp earth and ancient forest. Through the mist, a figure emerges on horseback. He is tall, opposing, his presence both awe-inspiring and terrifying. His steed is immense. Its coat is gleaming silver in the dim light, its breath misting in the cold air. The rider wears a dark green cloak lined with gold, and though his features are shadowed, you sense a power in him beyond anything you have ever known. He does not speak, he only watches. Then the world shifts. You stand on a battlefield, the sky dark with storm clouds. A great host surges forward, the clash of steel ringing through the air. The center of a fray, a Dunedain king fights with a sword unlike any you've ever seen. The blade shines with light like the stars, its edges sharp as winter's breath. With every strike it cuts through the darkness, driving it back. But the tide of shadows is endless. The battle does not end. The horn sounds again and the vision shatters. You startle awake, your heart pounding, the night air drifting through the window beside you. All is still and quiet, yet the echoes of the horn linger in your mind. The image of the sword burns in your memory, as though it's waiting to be found. You drift off back to sleep. Night passes without any instances, and morning arises.
Yeah, I'll gather my things. Trying to make sense of the dream as I'm heading down and wait for the party.
Yeah, is anybody else a particularly early riser, or would Cillian be the first one down?
I'd say I'm
Boren
a
would
particularly early
Boren would
riser.
definitely be first one.
I'd probably come down roughly the same time he did, though.
Yeah,
Like
so
Boren went to bed before everybody, so like typically he would get a full rest before everybody, correct?
fair enough. Yeah, you were in bed a good hour or two before everybody else. So yeah, I'll say you got up first. So
Okay.
you come down the stairs first, scanning the Prancing Pony. Bright and early in the morning, there's nobody there except Butterbeer. Butterbur. You approach the bard, sit down. He says, "Good morning, lad. Gandalf left this for you," and he passes you a note.
All right. I'm going to read it.
You open it, and it says, "To my brave friends, I trust you have rested well. You will find provisions for your journey, 3 days' worth, though the road to Archet should take you but half that. Follow the road east out of Bree, take the northern fork at the crossroads. The path will wind through the lightly wooded hills before descending into the Chetwood. Stay on the road, and you should reach Archet by midday tomorrow. Be watchful. The road is not often troubled, but strange tidings have reached my ears of late. I expect you will have little trouble, but even the quietest paths can hold unexpected surprises. Find me in Bree upon your return, and remember, keep the package sealed. Gandalf."
Okay. I would gather all the provisions and be waiting impatiently by the door.
Yeah, so
And when the
go ahead, finish.
rest came down, I would just pass the note around to them as they came down.
Okay, so yeah, about the time you're finishing up stacking all the provisions by the door, Targon, you come down, followed by Cillian shortly after, and everybody else shortly after that.
Something tells me the not troll looks ready to go.
The name's Borin.
I'm
Little
not
one.
sure. I'm not sure you're not a troll. That just has been shrunk.
Well, if you're quite done, let's get a move on, shan't we? Where are the others?
Lingo's gonna walk down, looking well rested and smiling. Good morning. We ready to go?
Yeah, there's nothing quite like that elf
Morning.
rest. Elven beauty sleep. Well, yeah, if everybody's ready to go, there's nothing anybody wants to do. You all pack up your provisions and head out.
Oh, like this is going to be a very interesting trip.
Did anyone catch which way Gandalf said to turn at the fork? Do we go left or right?
Gandalf said to follow the east road out of town and take the first road to the north.
Huh.
Lingo says as he flips through his notes.
All right, so we are not going to do the journey aspect of the game for this part of the adventuring phase. It's a fairly short trip. You would have to roll a nat 1 on the check for anything to happen anyway. But as I told all of you guys yesterday, I have a plan for introducing all of these mechanics one at a time, and the journeying aspect is going to come next adventuring phase. So as for this journey, the company sets out from Bree in the early morning. The town's still stirring to life as traders set up stalls and townsfolk go about their business. The east road stretches out before them, well worn and familiar to merchants and travelers alike. The morning air is crisp. The scent of damp earth and fresh bread from the village lingers as they leave Bree's protective wall behind. The road is easy underfoot, with rolling green fields on either side dotted with occasional clusters of trees. The land here is peaceful, with the soft sounds of birdsong filling the air. After some miles, they reach the crossroads, where a smaller path branches northward towards the Chetwood. As they take the northern route, the scenery changes. Open field gives way to low wooded hills where the path begins to wind. The Chetwood is a dense and ancient stretch of forest. The trees grow closer together, casting dapple shadows over the path. The air is cooler beneath the canopy, and the sound of rustling leaves and distant animal calls replaces the open stillness of the road. There's little sign of trouble, only the occasional old cart track veering off into the trees, remnants of long abandoned paths. The road remains visible, though in places overgrown branches arch overhead, creating a tunnel of green. By midday on the second day, the path begins to slope downward, revealing Archet Dale, a small wooded valley nestled against the mountains. At the far end lies Archet. You see the outline of timber-framed homes with thatched roofs clustered around a central square. What appears to be smoke rises from, possibly chimneys, and the faint scent of burning wood lingers in the air. Surrounding Archetdale is a tall wooden spiked fence, reinforced with thick logs and set against the mountains on either side. The only visible entrance is a stout wooden gate barred shut and flanked by 2 armed men. As you approach the gate, you see 2 armed men standing on either side, clad in the distinctive gear of the Breland Wardens. Dark leather armor with green cloaks, each bearing the emblem of a leaf pinned at the shoulder, which Cillian you would recognize as the Breland Warden embossment. They carry spears and wear short swords and axes at their sides. Their expressions are neutral, and they watch the company's approach with quiet scrutiny. The wooden gate before you is sturdy, reinforced with iron bands, and firmly shut. There are no travelers coming and going, and no carts rolling in with goods. Only the sound of wind rustling in the trees. The men shift slightly as the company approaches, hands resting on their weapons, as one of them raises a hand, signaling you to halt. Guard says, "Hold it there. The road to Archet is closed."
Excuse me, sir. Why is the road closed?
I am going to pull you guys over to the map. Can everybody see the map?
Yep.
On the map.
So arrange
Yes.
yourself on the road, no closer than here, in the order that you would have been walking in.
I
Game's
cannot
paused.
take it.
You can't move your token?
Correct.
No.
Game's paused.
Only
Oh.
super users can.
Yeah, this
I
is
feel
my
like- Oh, I thought you said. Oh, okay.
this is my first time on Foundry, like actually running a game on Foundry, so bear with me, everybody.
So Boren
Well-
would be a little behind everybody else.
Yeah, Freya would be in front, so if we're not supposed to go past halfway, get behind her.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be next to Freya.
Yeah, that's good right there, Freya.
I just
Yeah,
went
well,
on the
I'll
other.
just
And
stay on
like
the back
and,
side.
and like she would have been kind of adamant about it. Like and right now she has her sword and shield out.
So as you guys approach, he holds up his hand, saying, "Hold it right there. The road to Archet is closed." Everybody, roll me an insight check.
I'm good at those. Oh, I'm not good at those. I'm regular at those.
Ooh.
Oh.
You're regularly great.
Oh, decent.
So Freya, looking at him, you see the warden gear. They look pretty legitimate to you. You're kind of, your focus right now is on kind of projecting yourself as the leader that you want to be. And looking at these guys, you don't really catch anything off about them. Zemi, Cillian, same with you. You're looking these guys up and down, and maybe it's you're a little worn from the long travel that you've been on, but you don't see anything wrong. Zemi, you can see there's something off with these guards. Their posture's too stiff. They seem, maybe uneasy, like, they've been standing there a while, but they're not used to standing for long periods of time, like they're not used to standing watch, maybe. Targon and Lingo, and Borin. Upon closer examination of these guards, you notice that their armor isn't quite right. Some of the straps are buckled improperly, like the loose tails just hanging loose instead of tucked neatly away like a warden would have it. Pieces of the gear are ill-fitted, too big or maybe a little too small. Like it's not a match set, and maybe these guys weren't the original owners.
Hmm.
And Borin, on the guard to the right, you can see on his left shoulder pad a deep stain of something rust-colored. I think it might be blood.
Okay, well, upon hearing what they said, Borin would probably step forward a little.
So Zimi, you asked why is the road closed? So as you're stepping forward, Borin, Zimi speaks up and says, "And why is the road closed?" The guards respond with, "Bandits in the area. Wardens have locked down the village for safety. Be long about your way."
So as I'm walking up, I'm gonna say to him, "Well, that's a load of rubbish, isn't it? Who are you really?"
He kind of looks down at his chest, kind of poking it out a little bit, like maybe you didn't see it, and then points to the symbol on his left breast, and said, "Breeland Wardens, don't you know the symbol?"
How many wardens did you kill to get the armor?
He looks at you and kind of furrows his eyebrows. "I don't know what you're talking about. What kind of insults is this? Along about your way before I hurt you." And he kind of points off to the road behind you.
Now
Yeah,
hold on, fellow warden. As you say you are, I'll step out.
He takes a step forward
As
well.
you can see, I too am a warden. We are a traveling party. We need to pass.
"I don't care if you're a warden. No visitors in the village. Along about your way."
I'm coming through that gate, and I draw my rapier.
Yeah.
They
If
both.
I noticed him drawing the rapier, I'm gonna knock an arrow.
All right, everybody, roll me
Zimi's gonna take
initiative.
2 steps back before, as he's pulling his bow out, he's like shit, and he takes 2 steps back.
Lingo's gonna take 1 step back and fumble for his weapon.
Okay, everybody, roll me initiative now.
See if I can. There's an initiative.
Sorry, guys, if I just started a fight, we can't win.
Oh
There's 2 of
my
them.
god!
Where's
TPK
the
session
where you,
1.
where
It's
you
on the
guys see
left
an initiative?
side of your.
Ah,
Thank you. I had to look
Yeah.
for that for a second too.
It's right underneath
oh
your character
dear.
pick.
It's in a different spot on my shit, because I'm not super upgraded like this.
Freya was
Updated.
obviously not ready for the dwarf to run in fighting.
So the one pulls a sword, the other pulls an axe, and the one standing in front says, "Be gone before you do something that you can't come back from." And Jeff, it's your turn. I'm sorry, not Jeff. Zimi, it's your turn.
All right. Remember, my dwarven friend. Sometimes it's better to aim twice and swing once. And he's going to, it's a piece of lore that he's going to share with you, and it's going to give you you basically can roll a 1d6 and add it to a roll of your choice.
Whole D6? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then Zimi's going to kind of take a few steps back as he was saying that, and end up back over here. And then I don't know how to pass my turn.
Oh, that was cool.
That was cool.
Borin.
What is happening? All right. Yeah, we're gonna go right up on this side. Hell yeah.
It's in the next minute.
Let's see. Wish I had some sort of like advantage or something. I'm gonna swing at this fool. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have a rapier. I have a short sword. Even so, take a swing with that short sword.
Alright. So you take a swing at him with your short sword. He kind of leans back using his sword to knock your sword out of the way.
All right. Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh no. Give me just a second. Sorry. This is pain in the ass. I don't think I have any bonus action shit yet. No. All right. Yeah, that's it.
Alright.
Hmm.
It is this warden's turn. He moves up to you, pulling out his axe. And damn it. I can't roll with the fucking sheet popped out. So he comes running forward, screaming at you with holding his axe two-handed as he comes with an overhead chop. What is your AC?
I believe it's 14. Yes, 14.
As you kind of stumble back out of the way from the other repose, his axe swing just barely misses you, slicing off a shred of your hair.
Not the beard.
Cillian.
Hell yeah. So I am going to take aim at the one that just came up on Boren.
Alright, give me just a second. Okay, roll with advantage. As you sink an arrow right into his shoulder, roll me damage. It appears to hurt him pretty
Okay.
bad.
Also, is this... I guess we wouldn't know yet if this is an evil man.
It is an evil man.
Hell yeah.
So... trying to find what it is
What's
I
that
get
mean?
to add. I get to add my wisdom modifier to the damage.
Alright, what is your
Ooh.
wisdom modifier?
It is +3.
Alright, as you sink a shoulder, kind of below the shoulder, more towards the chest, the guy kind of stumbles backwards, falling down to one of his knees. He's hurt pretty bad. Anything else for you,
Oh
Cillian?
yeah. I'm gonna kind of sidestep and move up here. That's my turn.
Alright. It is this other man's turn as he swings back around with his short sword, grabbing it with two hands and swinging it like a baseball bat at you, Boren. Slices you directly across the chest for 3 points of damage.
He ain't shit.
Lingo.
Okay, it's been a while since I played D&D. So I'm gonna move up. 2 here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
You are now considered to be flanking that guy.
swing my short sword at him.
All right, roll with advantage.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, as you kind of whip out your short sword, taking your first swing with it in combat ever, you swing kind of wide and miss him pretty bad.
Hell yeah.
Anything
That's
else?
not what you want.
I gasp, and I'm clearly out of breath.
Not as easy as it looks.
I look
Dude, you got
bewildered.
so fucked.
That's all I'm gonna do, I think. Yeah.
All right, Targon.
Yeah, we're gonna move up. And we're gonna
Flanking
swing
party.
it with the longsword.
Roll with advantage. That hits. So you run up, readying your long sword in a horizontal fashion, getting ready to strike. As you step in, you thrust your sword directly through his neck, pulling it out as the blood gushes out and he drops to the floor.
Yay!
Lingo looks
Did y'all hear that
terrified.
clapping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say I've got your
Is that
back.
on
Dwarf.
Foundry?
I think
Hell
so.
yeah. No, it's Discord.
Oh.
No.
It did it right as I dropped the hit points to 0. All right. Anything else for Targon?
Yeah, I'll say I've got your back, dwarf.
All
And
right.
that'll be it.
Freya.
I don't know how to actually change turns, but
Yeah, I'm doing
I don't need you to save me.
never said I was saving you.
Lingo still looks bewildered.
Weird. All right. Which one's so one's down, correct?
Yes, the one that they have flanked is down.
Okay.
I thought they were dead.
Down, dead. Yeah. Same thing.
I'll be right back. My dog's whining.
Right. Freya's gonna trot on up there. And then we will longsword him. Am I at advantage there?
Yes, sorry. You are at advantage. That will hit as you bring your longsword down across his side, ripping through his armor. Just click
Okay,
on where it says damage.
Yeah, I saw that.
For 10 points of damage, y'all rolling pretty nice.
Yeah, we are.
He is bloodied immediately. Well, some people are.
Oof.
Okay, that'll be it.
That's it for Freya. At the top of the turn.
Oh, that's next up for me right now. That's cool.
Just a second. You hear rustling coming from the other side of the gate as you hear like a wood on wood scraping as the gate begins to open. And
A lot of rolls, dude.
Alright, I should be able to...
It's like Snooki in the fucking chat log, dude.
This? Oh, I don't want to delete them
God
all.
damn.
I just want to delete that. There we go. Y'all can see through the gate now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you see... 4 more men on the other side of the gate. One runs out. These men are not dressed as Bree Wardens. He comes up to you, Lala, wielding a great club. And your AC is... What is your AC, Lala?
Let's find out.
17. As he brings the club down, you twist around, smacking it away with your sword.
Where the hell do you see that 17?
Whoa.
Top left of your sheet, like right by where your
Oh, duh. Yep, right
character
there.
symbol is. Another one runs out, taking another swing at you, Lala, with a club. I'm sorry, Freya. And as he does, he trips and actually hits the guy next to him.
Oh yeah.
What an idiot.
Oof, that kind of hurt. Smacks him upside the head, and you see a nice gash in the side of his head as blood starts pouring down. Jeff, Zemi, I'm gonna have to get you guys to change your names in this turn order thing. I don't know how you do that yet, but when I figure it out, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I was gonna do it after the session. Or tell you how to do it.
Zemi, you're up.
All right, so he's gonna run over, kind of like in front of this tree, and he's going to shout to Cillian, and he's going to say, "You, tall one, try exhaling as you release your arrow," and give Cillian a d6 to roll. Add to your roll of choice over the next minute.
Very nice.
Oh yeah.
Anything else
And
for Zemi?
No, it's his turn.
Alright. Third one runs out from behind the gate. Focusing on you, Borin. As he swings. Oh, I should be swinging with advantage. As he swings, your attention a little too focused on the one you were fighting a second ago. This guy steps up where the dead body is and smacks you on the shoulder pretty hard, knocking you off balance for a second with his great club, dealing 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay, cool.
And Borin, it is your turn.
Okay, death saving throw.
You're down?
Oh, yeah. All right.
You can add a d6.
Yeah,
I don't think I have that anymore, do I?
It hasn't been a minute, right?
you didn't use it last time.
Can I use it for a
Saving
death
throw.
save though?
This just says saving throw. I'm going to go magic rules.
Yeah, the death saving throw is a saving throw, yes.
Okay.
Oh, he
Doesn't even fucking need it.
I might. Hanging on. Okay.
Alright.
Sick. Don't even get to fucking start the fight.
GG. Cillian.
All
I'm
right.
getting jumped over here. My team's nowhere.
Your team is nowhere.
I'm right next to you.
We had to run up to catch up.
No, I know.
All right. Give me 1 second.
Rhea says, "Ugh, what a trash dwarf," and then joins the bandits.
Zimmy's got his
face,
hand
dude?
on the whole time. Zimmy's got his hand on his pipe weed.
Okay, guys, Boren
He's, like,
has these
keeping it
fucking
clutched to his body.
bandits. Boren has these bandits right where he wants them.
Standing over
Right
his dead
where
body.
he wants it.
Hell yeah. All right. So I'm gonna take aim at the one that just dropped my new dwarf companion here.
All right, he is flanked, so you have advantage on the roll.
Oof.
Add it.
So
Add a d6. Add a d6.
Hold on.
So these
He's
guys
got a
don't.
D6.
Yeah, these guys don't appear to be as hardy as the other ones. Their armor is not as thick. They're not wearing that Breland warden armor. These guys are dressed like basic brigands. That hits.
Fuck yeah.
For
And then
9
plus another 3.
as you place an arrow directly between his eyes and drop him to the floor.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. And
Anything
then
else, sir?
I'm gonna run up beside Freya and draw my sword. It's my turn.
All right. I should change turns first. 20. This guy makes it around the corner. Seeing his 2 companions down and 2 more of his companions severely wounded, he kind of panics and turns and starts to run away. This guy kind of steps over your body, Boren, facing you, Targon. He swings at you with his sword. What is your AC?
18.
Doesn't matter. Oh, I rolled with the wrong. One. 18. It's not gonna matter. He misses as you have a shield, right?
Yeah, I've got a shield.
Yeah, as you raise your shield and his sword bounces off. Lingo.
I'm going to like if I moved up, this would be flanked still.
Yes.
I'm gonna move up here and take another swing with my short sword.
Yes, sir. Roll with advantage.
Look at you, we
19
figured it
hits.
out.
Haha.
As you kind of take a step to the side as this guy's swing comes down on Targon's shield, you see the opening right underneath his armpit, the gap in the armor as you slide your short sword right between his ribs, pulling it out as the blood gushes onto the floor. He grabs his side and hits the ground dead. Anything else,
Nice.
sir?
Can I move more or no?
That would moved what, 5-10 feet?
Yeah.
So yeah, up to your walking speed, whatever you have, 30, 35, whatever it is.
Okay. I'm gonna move up here.
All right. Targon.
How do you ping?
hold the left click.
There we go. That guy's still alive, right?
Yes, he is. He turned and started running away.
Uh, we're gonna go up this way and around. I can do what is it? The non-deadly strikes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna swing with him and try to hit him with the side of my sword to knock him out.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Uh, 16 hits. For 5 points of damage as you knock the back of his head. Anything else?
I'm gonna tell him to surrender.
Why didn't that work? Alright, as you yell to him to surrender, Freya.
Alright. 2. Use my leadership ability. And also say yes, make the wise decision and do not end up with your friends. It is obvious we are far too strong for you.
Okay.
So captain level is obviously 1. Charisma modifier is 2.
Alright.
3 temp HPs to all. Now does that
So
revive?
yeah, I'm gonna
Boren?
answer that right now. In the future, I'm gonna say they need to be stabilized and not rolling death saving throws. But this time, for the sake of it, because I kind of just made that
Nah,
up. Yeah,
nah,
it's gonna
nah.
work.
That's like temp HP doesn't work. Let's
Yeah, but
don't
it's
pity me, dude.
one of the very few ways HP can be revived in this game. So for now on, after this instance, the person needs to be stabilized, not rolling death saving throws. But for this instance,
Okay.
I'll allow it.
All right. Well, thanks, man.
Of course.
That's huge.
Anything else for you?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, who's still up?
Both of the people in front of you and the guy in front of Targon.
Okay. And yeah, I'm done.
Which brings it to this one. He is going to take a swing at you, Cillian, with his club. As you duck your head out of the way, and he misses. This one is going to take a swing at you, Freya. Grips the sword with both of his hands, raising it above his head, bringing it down in a slashing motion, and cuts you across the chest for 7 points of slashing damage. Zimmy.
So he's gonna move over up to behind this tree, and he's
Don't
gonna,
forget everybody to add your 3 temp HP.
Oh, we all get that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody within 30 feet that can see or hear him.
And then I'm gonna pull out my healer's kit and shout to the general group over there. I know you're not a troll, but you still shouldn't die on me. And that's his turn.
All right. This one is dead. Orin,
Oh,
eyes
hell yeah.
flicker open. Wind rushes
I'm
into
gonna
your
stand
chest.
up. I'm gonna stand up abruptly.
Hearing Freya's
Like
voice.
that shit didn't just happen.
Yeah, hearing Freya's voice seemed to jolt something within you.
I'm gonna move up. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
A 15 hits.
Hell yeah. Going to add sneak attack as well. So I'm just gonna roll it as a crit since my damage is 1d6 and I'm gonna do an extra 1d6
That sounds
for
fair.
sneak attack.
Yeah, you sneak attack
So
the fuck out of
14
him.
damage.
Running up, he kind of wasn't paying attention to you. You know, you lying on the ground, thought you were out of the fight. You all of a sudden jump up, run up, and stab him in the back. He winces in pain as you pull the sword out, blood's pouring out profusely. He's very hurt. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Cillian, you've run up, sword drawn. What are you going to do with it?
I am gonna take a little pokey poke at this guy here.
Do it up.
Yo.
Cracked it?
Tell me what this looks like.
So I'm running up valiantly to help the damsel in distress, and I'm just gonna fucking, with my momentum, drive the sword through his gut and out his back.
Yeah, you drive the sword through his gut, out his back, kind of ripping it up and out as he falls down backwards. Intestines pouring out of the new hole that you just made. He is dead. Anything else?
Now it's just this guy.
Well, I guess Peter Jackson isn't directing this campaign, huh?
I think this guy's alive still too.
Yeah,
Just
both of those two guys
barely.
are still alive.
Oh, I thought Bourne killed him. All right.
He did kill
Um,
one of them. No, he didn't. Not quite.
Oh,
No.
no, I didn't.
Fucked him up though.
Then I will run up here, and I will. What'll it cost me to get my Grapo back out?
Interact with object.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that, and I'm going to stand ready if this guy does not surrender and keeps running.
All right.
It's my turn.
It is his turn. He is going to Yeah, he steels himself, and knowing the possible consequences, he says, "You'll never take me alive," and he dashes away. Targon, you get an attack of opportunity.
All right, we take it.
14
Ooh.
misses as he just a little too fast and out of your reach
Ooh.
too soon. As he dashes, he'll be about 55 feet off the map. Lingo, you're up.
He's 55 feet away. He's gone.
From where his token is, he's 55 feet past that. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna try to finish off this old boy.
All right. That is a he's a raider as well. 11's gonna miss as you kind of feeling how easy that last stab went in. You're kind of like, oh yeah, I can do this, and you go to poke him again, but you don't get the right angle between the plates of the armor as your blade kind of glances off his back. Anything else?
No, that's my turn.
All right, Targon.
Well, there's no way that I can catch him, but I can't do anything if I catch him. So I'll leave him to someone that has ranged attacks, and we'll take a step there. And
Oh, did you
get
roll
this
with
guy.
advantage, Lingo? You did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He's just getting fucked, dude. He has a good attack
I feel your pain.
He's fresh, you know. He's a book nerd.
That's me in the Saturday or the Sunday game.
So we're gonna hit this guy with non-lethal too, in case the other guy gets away.
All right, 15 hits. Crack him across the back of the head. He kind of goes limp. You do realize, looking at him though, he's bleeding profusely from where he was stabbed by Boren. If you want this guy to live, something's going to have to be done relatively soon.
Well, he's knocked out. If we want to ask questions, if we can, keep him alive long enough, and we still got a runner.
Indeed, you do. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Freya.
All right. And how far is that one dude away?
55 feet from where his token is. So measure to his token and add 55 feet.
All right. Well, I can't catch him. I don't even have a bow, so.
So anything you would like to do?
Huck a rock at him.
Yeah, you can pick up a rock and give me a ranged weapon attack without your proficiency. Nah, fuck it. Add your proficiency. You can throw a rock.
Pretty good at throwing rocks, actually.
Fuck yeah.
Pretty good at this shit. All right, so it's just
17 hits. You nail him in the back. Roll me a d4 and add your strength modifier. There's 7 points of damage as he kind of stumbles and almost hits the ground from it. Kind of knocks him off balance as he's running away. Anything else?
that'll be it.
Alright, this guy is knocked out. Zimmy. So your party's handled the ones laying on the ground fairly well. One, however, is dashing off towards town.
Zimmy's gonna slide up behind his boys and his girl And with his healer's kit in hand and say, if we need this one alive, I can help with that. Pass his turn.
All right.
You never know what kind of information he might be able to give us.
Yeah, if you would like to go ahead and attempt to stabilize him on your turn, Jimmy, you could do that.
So I could just expend a use of this.
Yes, you would expend a use of your healer's kit, and
Without needing to make a wisdom check, right? So I could just...
correct. He is considered stable.
Cool.
Pretty sure
Boren
that's how
is
it
going
works.
to
Go ahead, Boren.
move his 25 feet.
Oh, shit. This motherfucker ain't
That's the
getting
whole
away.
back one. And then I'm pulling out my my short bow. Come on, no
Yo.
whammies.
Nice.
Nice.
What is... I'm sure you're in range, but what is your range?
I believe 80 to 350.
320.
320. I'm still he's within my range.
Yeah, I figured so, but I was just trying to check. I don't see it on here. That is weird.
Is it a longbow or just a bow?
Oh,
Like
it's
a short
because
bow?
I'm looking at your
just a
fucking...
bow.
It's just a bow?
I'm looking at your short sword. That's why I can't find the fucking range.
Yeah, sorry, it's just a bow.
Yeah, 8320. Okay.
For 8 damage.
As you sink an arrow into his lower back, he hits the ground.
Hell yeah.
Got him.
And I'm not even a bow guy.
Boren for the last kill. Alright, you guys are out of combat.
I'd like to gather up my arrows and take these warden vests off these imposters.
Yeah, sure. So, take you a couple minutes. Roll me... roll me a... Explore? What do I want to do for that? Explorer hunting, your choice. Yeah, you are able to gather all of your arrows. And the way I'm going to do that, the check will be a DC 12. If you pass it, you get all of your arrows back. If you fail it, you get half of them back.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Cillian goes around, starts gathering up his arrows, unbuckling these warden vests from these imposters. What are the rest of you doing?
What does Boren see beyond this gate?
So beyond this gate, a couple 100 yards away, off to your right, you see a farm. Further down,
Okay.
what appears to be maybe few hour walk, you can see it, as I said, off in the distance, kind of set up on the hill in the very back of the valley, is the town of Archit.
Okay, so we weren't even at the town.
Yeah, you're at the gate to the valley.
Okay. Then I'm going to turn to the rest of the party. Likely more waiting for us ahead.
Indeed.
Oh, maybe our friend here can give us some answers.
Looks like he'll make it. However, I don't know if he'll be able to talk very much or for very long. Can I try to like Try to persuade him to live. Like,
he's,
please,
he's gonna
please
live.
don't die.
He's gonna live.
Please.
I will let you roll the d4 if you would like. Roll me a d4, and that's how many hours he will be out.
Lisa, I want some more.
It's R.
Hit /r space 1d4.
Oh, it's like that. Oh, I see what it looks like.
Oh, he's gonna be out for 4 hours.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
Well, we can't very well sit here for that long, or till he wakes.
What do we do? Do we leave him? Do we take him with? What do we do?
Perhaps we could drag him to that farmhouse there. Walls for cover, and we should be able to see if anyone approaches.
Sounds like a plan, dwarf. Let's do it.
So, would you allow me to also look over these guys for any kind of information or parchment or
Yeah, roll me an
maybe even
investigation
coin?
check.
That's using the old noggin. Look at how cool Cillian looks too.
He just shot someone. He's knocking another.
Boring, was it? Are you going to take a nap again?
I'll be fine. Don't you worry about me.
So, Cillian, you kind of go searching these guys. You notice none of them are wearing packs. They don't have, they're not carrying anything extra on them as well. However, on one of them, you do find he has a quiver with an extra 10 arrows.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, add it to your inventory. Otherwise, they just have the basic weapons and are in leather armor they were wearing. Anybody wants an extra sword or axe or great club, feel free.
No, I'm good. Keep this ball moving.
All right, so as you press onward towards through the arch at Dale, land grows unsettlingly quiet. You can see down the road, just off to the side, is a farmstead. Its wooden gates swaying in the breeze. So you grow closer. You can see the farmhouse is a modest timber and stone dwelling. Its thatch roof intact, but showing signs of neglect. The door in the front stands wide open, revealing a darkened interior. The barn nearby has one of its doors hanging loose, creaking softly in the wind. Fields are in disarray, not long abandoned, but left unattended for a few days. A plow rests mid-row as if the workday was interrupted. A milk pail sits on the overturned on the fence, its contents long dried in the dirt. What do you guys do?
So are we dragging this raider? Like who's on the body? Who's carrying this?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
kind
we
of
can
holding my
carry him.
intestines in, dude.
You're... Hell yeah.
So Frey is going to drag him or carry him?
Yep.
All right, which one?
She'll carry him. Fireman carry.
Do I notice if there's anyone around or if anything's off or is there a farmer around or anything like that?
So as you approach, you don't see any signs of any people. As you get into the yard, anybody who would like can either roll me an investigation or perception check.
I will go perception.
Yeah, perception.
Oh, we're
I'll go
perceiving
investigation.
things.
So
Everyone but me.
yeah,
See something.
everyone but you. Yeah, those of you that rolled a perception check, You notice the fence post as you're walking in, freshly splintered. The wood on the inside you can tell isn't as dirty as the wood from the outside. Like, so this has been, just a couple days old at most. Those of you that rolled an investigation check, you can see in the mud out in front of the house, there's heavier boot prints mixed in with the lighter steps of those who lived here. Like, children's footprints, and then what likely is the farmer's footprints, but then what looks to be like warriors'
Bandits.
boots. Yeah, bandits' boots. Looking into the house, all of you can see household items are scattered across the ground. There's a half plate of food, or plate of food half eaten on the table, left to spoil. No signs of life. Farm has not been abandoned for long, and whoever lived here looks like they left in a hurry, maybe not by choice.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and see if it's unlocked.
Yeah, the door's standing open, and that's what I was saying. That's what you can see inside.
Oh, my bad, my
yeah,
bad.
the scattered items across the ground, the half-eaten plate of food on the table.
You guys want to go in here?
Hell, you're.
All right.
I
well,
don't see an in.
I think I'll stand outside for a moment.
You're gonna smoke some pipe weed, aren't you?
It has been a few hours.
Probably
Okay.
best if we clear it at least before moving on.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna walk inside, take a look around.
I will as well.
All right.
Same.
Anybody who would like to kind of search the house for people, roll me a perception check. Anybody who would like to search the house for items or whatnot, roll me an investigation check.
Probably been longer than a minute, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You said investigation or what?
Investigation or perception. Investigation
Dude,
to
I'm
search
supposed to
for.
be good.
That was a performance check. There wasn't either.
Oh.
Put them kitties away. Put them kitties away.
Okay, I'll give you the 25. So was the 19? The 19 was from 3 minutes ago, so that was for the last thing with the boots in the mud. You didn't roll, Zimi?
No, I'm outside.
Okay, so those of you that rolled the perception check are kind of working together. You move through the house room by room, clearing each of the rooms as you go. Place is completely empty. Who rolled investigation? Just Cillian?
Of
Yeah,
course, it
looks
was
like
just fucking Convil, dude. Looting up while we're clearing the fucking
Collecting
house.
bodies.
Yeah, you searching through the house, Cillian, you don't find anything of use. You
Yeah, I
find
mean, I
some,
was looking for clues.
yeah, you find some basic farmer's equipment, or attire of a living room, a simple couch, table, things where they should be in the kitchen. Zimi,
Okay.
would you like to come in and look around?
He really wants you in this house, Jimmy.
Do I notice? Is there any other exits besides that front door? I mean, in windows, obviously.
There is a back door as well.
Okay. I don't think Jeff was here when you asked.
Yeah,
Sorry, I was
Zimi,
scratching
so
my nuts.
Yeah, you see everybody else kind of going through, clearing the house. They don't find anybody inside. Would you like to go in, take a look around?
I'm gonna shout from outside to inside. Find anything in there?
No, it's all good in here.
All right. Then I'll walk in.
Yeah, so as all you guys kind of meet back up in the central area, anybody else who would like to look around can roll me an investigation check.
Why not?
Ooh. Ooh.
So you guys all looking around kind of get the same feel as Cillian did, except for Lingo. You kind of search in the house, trying to see maybe if these bandits left a clue or something. You kind of walk up to the hearth and kind of looked around, haven't found anything. You lean up against the hearth for a minute, and then you get the thought into your mind, I wonder what, maybe something's in this chimney. It's summertime. It hasn't been used for, a few months. People like to hide stuff in there. You kind of reach your hand back into the chimney, and as you sift through the soot-blackened chimney, your fingers brush against something smooth and worn. Pulling it free, you find a small leather pouch, unmarked and unassuming. The weight inside is unmistakable coins.
Hey y'all, look what I found.
Money,
I
money.
open it up and look inside.
It's a pouch full of silver coins. Looks to be
Dude,
maybe 100 of them.
the farmer's
Holy
daughter's
shit.
college fund.
Um,
Nice.
yeah, I distributed amongst. I evenly split it up with everybody.
All right, so there is 100 silver. How is it being distributed?
Boren would pass on his share.
Okay, down
All
to
right, so
5 ways.
everyone gets 20 but Boren, I guess.
Nice.
Well, you don't need any silver, Mr. Dwarf.
All right, so everybody except
I know.
Boren. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I should have waited.
This was. It was likely their savings, people who lived here.
That's a good point. I'm sure if we run into them again, I'll gladly give mine back.
Oh, and when do you think that will be?
I doubt they'll be back, if I'm being completely honest.
All right, everybody.
We should see if there's a.
Sorry.
I was just going to
Terrible timing on my end. Go ahead.
You do
PT
not
will
want to
fucking
star
work with
P
me.
tonight.
Just because I'm going to do that in the future.
So everybody, everybody except Boren, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
How do you do
Just-
it? Oh, I see.
Oh,
Okay.
there.
Yes, click on wisdom
Who's
and it
getting the
should pop
shadow?
out saving throw.
How does magical success work?
That's
You just
wisdom ability check.
so one at a time. Lingo magic success works on any ability check or saving throw. You expend the use and it's an automatic success.
The saving throws are to the right of your skills. What'd you say?
I don't see your roll though.
Oh, I could choose after I roll to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
After you roll, but before you hear the result of the roll.
Okay.
And
yeah, I'm gonna use one of my.
All right.
thing.
And what was your question, Targon?
Oh, I figured it out. I was trying to figure out how to do the wisdom saving throw.
All right. So Zimmy, Cillian, Targon, and Lingo, hearing what Lingo said about, yeah, if we find him again, we'll give it back. Of course, that makes sense to y'all. You go ahead and pocket the silver. Freya, as you're putting the silver in your pocket, you kind of get this dark feeling in the back of your mind, like, I think Bourne's right. Like, this isn't our gold, or this isn't our silver. We probably really shouldn't be taking it. But you go ahead and pocket it anyway.
Did you get my message?
And holy shit, I got a bunch of people's message. Why do you hate me? I'm sorry.
I thought I sent that like right before you gave me that pity HP. I seriously thought that's why you were letting me get that 3 temp HP.
Okay, I'll allow it because the time of your roll says it was after you sent that message to me. But be a little more clear about that. That you don't have to type something like that. Like, you can just tell me about
Okay.
it.
All right.
So yeah, you passed the roll anyway. But
I typed it to you because I was gonna do it in the future, and I
um,
didn't want to interrupt anything. So
no worries. But Freya, yeah, as you pocket the silver, the darkness kind of creeps into the back of your mind, and you gain 1 shadow point.
Ooh.
So on your character sheet, next to charisma, where it says SHA, you're gonna click the wrench at the top left, and then change the 0 at the bottom to a 1.
Shadow.
All right, house is clear. What are you guys doing for the evening? It's after midday. Sun is starting to fall down behind the trees.
How far have we gone?
You've traveled for 2 days now. This is the midway through the second day.
Okay, and we can see like our chat off in the distance still.
Yeah, it looks like it'll take you a few hours walk.
Okay.
How long is a short rest?
8 hours.
Okay, and we can't do anything during a short rest, or we
You can
can.
do light activity. It's not. It's just like a short rest in D&D, except it takes 8 hours.
Okay.
So if you wanted to sit there and
It's
read,
also
or
a long rest.
if you wanted to go to sleep, like, you could sleep as well.
Well, I
So
suppose. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, so I suppose we could all just relax a bit, but one or maybe a few of us should probably keep an eye on this guy. He should be awake soon.
I've got some rope here if someone wants to tie him up.
Yeah, somebody time
let's tie him up.
Yeah, I grab the rope
Tie him
and I hog tie our. I tie up his legs and his arms.
All right, give me a either hunting or
Can I help you
explore
with
check.
that, or
Yeah.
Hunting or what?
Explore. And if he's helping you, you can do it with advantage.
I am helping?
Also, after this, anybody who still has temp HP loses it.
Down?
Yeah, you're going to be rolling your hit die, I imagine. So, like, it'll stay in
Oh,
effect,
okay. Oh, you meant after the rest. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stabilize him?
Down?
All right. So, yeah, you guys settle in, deciding you're going to sit here for a while, patch up your wounds. Anybody who would like to, you can roll up your hit die and kind of tell me what each of you are doing over these next 8 hours. Boren.
Boren would just be resting, most likely.
All right, Cillian.
I will be in between resting and kind of, finding a vantage point in this house where I could kind of overlook out and kind of watch over anybody coming up.
All right, Freya.
I will simply rest.
All right, Lingo.
I will write down an account of everything we've done in my notebook, and if there's time, I'd be looking out the windows to see if I notice anything about our path to the town.
All right, Targon.
I'm gonna sit with my back to a wall to where I can see the prisoner and the door.
Zimi.
Zimi's gonna walk around and ask everyone if they want to play a game of dice to wager some of the silver that we took from the house.
And everybody check your abilities. Like, as I know some of you guys have abilities that allow people to get extra hit points during a short rest and stuff like that.
And Freya would decline the dice. She says that when we go to the town and we find out who those farmers were, we'll see if I'm going to see if they took refuge in the town and give them the cut that I have. And if not, if nobody's seen them, I'll be donating it to orphanage or what the fuck ever.
Does anyone want to wager silver?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
I'll do one dice. I'll do one roll with you.
All right. Rules are simple. 1 dice roll. 1d20. Highest number wins. What's the wager?
3 silver.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
I was not ready.
I've seen 7 win.
But not today.
Not this time.
Today. All right. You win your 3 silver.
I take the 3 silver and go back to scoping out the window.
So yeah, day grows into the evening, grows into night. You guys kind of settling into your own little activities. Zimi, not too many people interested in playing dice right now. You kind of go off into a corner, sit down, kind of resting yourself, making sure everybody's got their wounds bandaged. You drift off to sleep. Sleep takes you gently, wrapping you in warmth like the embrace of an old friend. The air around you shifts, filled with scent of fresh earth and wildflowers after a spring rain. Excuse me. When your eyes open, you find yourself in a vast sunlit field. The grass sways as though there is no wind, and the sky above is the deepest blue, untouched by cloud or shadow. At the center of the field sits a woman. Her hair is long, woven with vines and blossoms, cascading over her shoulder like a living tapestry. She wears a flowing gown, green with new leaves that seem to shimmer as if woven from sunlight and shadow. She is singing. Her voice is rich and full, yet unlike anything you've ever heard. Each note takes form before your eyes. A golden tone spirals upward like autumn leaves caught in a breeze. A deep hum rolls across the field in waves of emerald light, and high melodies sparkle like morning dew catching the sun. As she sings, she reaches down and picks up a simple weathered stick from the grass. Holding it in her hands, she continues her song. As the melody shifts, so too does the wood. The rough bark smooths, the shape twists and refines. Delicate carvings appear along its length, as if coaxed into existence by the music itself, until at last she holds a flute of polished oak, its surface engraved with intricate flowing patterns of silver and gold. Then, as if sensing your presence, she looks up, her eyes, warm and knowing, meet yours, and for a moment the music stops, silence falls. Yet it's not empty. It's full, expectant, like the pause before a new song begins, and then you awake. Morning has come. Everybody make sure you've taken your long rest and rolled all your hit die and everything like that. And good session, guys.
Short rest, correct?
Short rest. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
Nobody completely